Hello everyone, we're back with another episode of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could give it a like or subscribe. Now let's get started with our first story. Am I the asshole for telling my sister her baby isn't a real baby? I, 26 female, got engaged to my fiancé on January 1st. I was very excited to share with my family, of course, and everyone congratulated me and my fiancé. I sent a picture of my ring to my family group chat, as well as my Instagram, and everyone has been commenting on the fact I got a very big diamond. My diamond is a lab-grown diamond that is just under 5 singing. I specifically asked for a lab diamond as I believe they're more ethical, as you never know if a mined diamond is a blood diamond. My sister, 31 female, was very excited for me, but as soon as I showed her my ring, her mood changed, and she was telling me that it was too flashy and that it's not practical, and that it's too trendy and not timeless. My ring is a pear-shaped solitaire ring with a marquise band, and I love it. My sister then told me that there was no way that my fiancé could afford my ring. True, if it was a mined diamond, it would be 10x the price, and my fiancé is a second-year resident, and that I should test to see if it's a real diamond. I replied that since it's a lab diamond, it was a lot less expensive. She then proceeded to tell me how lab diamonds aren't real diamonds, and since they're made in a lab, it doesn't hold the same sentimental value. My sister's ring is a small, one-cent mined diamond, and it's beautiful. I never said anything bad about her ring, and it suits her. I tried to laugh it off, and I told her that I asked for a lab diamond, and that I don't want a mined diamond. When I said that, she started yelling at me that it wasn't even a real diamond in the first place, and that it was grown in a lab, not the ground. That's when, said by her logic, my niece wasn't a real baby then, because she was an IVF baby and grown in a lab too. My sister and her husband had a lot of issues conceiving, as my sister had some complications with endometriosis. Their IVF journey was really tough, and they had multiple rounds and attempts, and one miscarriage, but finally got lucky and had my very healthy niece last year. I know my sister had a hard time conceiving. That was kind of the point I was making. My niece started in a lab, but she has beautiful meaning behind her life too. When I made the comment that my niece wasn't a real baby because she was an IVF baby, my sister started crying over the phone. Her husband then called me and berated me and told me I was insensitive and couldn't understand the depths of her emotional turmoil, and that I shouldn't have started a fight over a ring. He even said I was ableist. I have endometriosis too. My mom says it's not a big deal, but I should let my sister cool off. I usually babysit my niece pretty often, but my sister hasn't been answering my calls for a week. My fiancé says, although I probably shouldn't have said that, I was justified. I didn't mean it seriously. I know my niece is a real baby, and I adore her and spoil her all the time. Am I the asshole? Everyone sucks here. Sister is TA for being so transparently jealous. And you are absolutely TA for using your sister conception issues to try and score points in a sibling argument. Oh, and your mom is also TA for thinking that isn't a big deal. I feel sorry for your dad, I truly do. Take? OP wasn't trying to score points. She was illustrating why her sister's logic is foolish and they shouldn't be fighting. It wasn't some random dig to win a squabble. Her sister is trash and decided this was a massive blow to her ego because she wanted to fight and harm OP, but OP had logic and calmness on her side, so her sister didn't affect her. OP's fine, so is the mom. Edit. I'll address the replies here from now on. It's astounding how many people replying don't understand. OP was making the point the child is real, much like the diamond, so they shouldn't be fighting because it's dumb. And the real reason the sister is so angry is because she cannot comprehend a universe where it's not a competition, so is devastated OP. One in her eyes. I can only assume these people replying are very insecure with low emotional intelligence and believe that if a topic is personal to them, it automatically means it's an attack without caring about the content within it. OMG. I have an IVF kid after years of painful infertility, and I think OP's logic is spot on. She was saying that her sister's reasoning is deeply flawed, not that the baby isn't real, FFS. Anyway, yeah. It would have been better for OP to say something like, your concern is noted, how about the cold snap we're having? But I think this is deep into not the asshole. territory. I think engagement rings are archaic stupidity, and diamonds are just sparkly, overrated carbon. But when someone excitedly shows me theirs, you know what I do? I say how pretty it is and wish them happiness, because who cares what I think? The moment is about them. I think the important thing here is that you made a point to take your sister's reasoning, aka something grown in a lab isn't real, and applied it to something else that you both know of. You didn't bring it up out of nothing, and it also doesn't represent your actual thoughts. It's just a far extension of your sister's argument. Your sister started a stupid fight, I think because she is jealous of your ring and felt the need to put you down. You hit her where it hurts, not gonna lie, but she set herself up for it. I want to say justified a-hole, but as there isn't such an option, I'm gonna go with not the asshole. Because hey, your niece did start in a lab. There is nothing wrong with that. And if your sister isn't ready to admit that, perhaps she shouldn't talk shit about things being from a lab. Congrats on engagement and ring. I'm sure it's beautiful. Facts. She was definitely insecure about her smaller diamond, and she kinda deserved it for attacking her sister like that, for no reason. Not the asshole. You didn't really tell your sister that her baby is not a real baby. You used the comparison as a way to show her how idiotic her arguments were. And you are right. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.